If, for example, they choose, after we bought that last piece of property, if it takes 4 years for the city to finally close the street, because they're going to have to move, okay, and then widen it, and then we have to build corporate, if it turns out to be cheaper for us, as we said from day one, to be able to move our corporate offices into the tower, so everybody gets their own private bathroom, then you know what, that might make actually some good sense for us. So that isn't our intent or where we're going at this point, because we've had developers who come out of the woodwork and talk to us about building a new corporate facility on the grassy knoll, if you will. Yeah.
In the MOU, it talks about a large office building. Are there still plans for that? And is that a private?
The answer is yes in terms of a private development.
Yes.
But we have to be able to close the street. There are 2 issues with that. Because one, we need enough footprint for not only the building, but also for parking on that site. So here's where we're at. If I were here, he would tell you we're still in the throes of trying to negotiate for the last piece of property. When that is done, then we can make a request of the city to close and vacate the street. If I was the city, why would I do that at this point until we have the other street widened? If you go back to the original plans, they called for the closing of that part of Valley Boulevard. But I think that the reaction from the community has been today, we have serious concerns if you do that. Now, they have since, and we've seen drafts of plans that they have put together relative to how they would widen. And those plans are 2 or 3 fold. One is sort of the small egress and it slows traffic down. The second is a larger one that would actually probably take neighborhood health care and make the turn, sort of widen the street, are sort of the 2 extremes. As to whether or not which plan is appropriate for them, whether or not they have the dollars to do it or not, I can't address that. I don't know. Those are things that have to come from the city. That has to be widened when that is done, which means they also have to purchase some properties. We're not going to buy neighborhood health care. I'm not suggesting that they aren't wonderful people. We don't want to work with them. I think we've bought enough in terms of on behalf of other people at this point. So that would have to be widened. When that is widened, I would assume, even if that's the next couple of years, they close the street, that allows us then, by owning the street, to actually have the developer to build the building. It is one of the other reasons why we've maintained 2 other options. So what if they choose to, for whatever reason, they can't do it or don't want to do it now, they want to close the street down, okay? If we want to build corporate, we have 2 other options. Either then you're in the tower, if we can use the tower, or, remember, we have the second option of being further down over on Fifth. Not that that was ever our ideal place to put anything in terms of location.